my dear student, that last year we already discussed that about the different structure or what are the components that made by the interior of the Earth's surface. That first we discussed about the Earth crust and different chemical components. Now today we are going to discuss the another layer. What is the layer? Yes, that is the mantle. So today we are about to discuss that about the mantle layer and the different characteristics and also the chemical composition of this layer. Now the first is the mantle is the second layer. Mantle is the second layer after the earth crust, and this layer is located between the core and the crust. This mantle layer is the middle layer that is located between the earth crust and the earth core. So between this portion. Now here we have the first one is this mantle that is very thick layer and extend up to the 2,900 kilometer. This is a very thick layer. This layer is the very thick layer. This is a very thick layer. And they are the average, they are 2,900 kilometer. Okay. Now the second is it is the between the earth crust and the earth core of the earth. So I discussed before that only that this mantle layer is located between the earth crust and the earth core. Now the third is the boundary between the earth crust and the mantle. Now this portion, this is the crust and this one is the mantle. So this boundary that is divide the earth crust and mantle, that is called the Mohr discontinuity. That this discontinuity is invented by through the Moravcsik, and according to its name, that the name of this discontinuity is given the Mohr discontinuity. Now this, so what is the Mohr discontinuity? That in which place that the separate from the crust to mantle, or the crust between the which place is located between the crust and mantle, that is called the Mohr discontinuity. Now the mantle made up by the dense heavy material. This mantle made up by through the dense or the very densely high density and by the heavy materials. What are the materials? The first one is the oxygen, the second is the iron, and the third is the magnesium. These are the materials they are generally used for making this structure. Now the next is the average density is the 3.5 cubic centimeter. The average density is the 3.5 per cubic centimeter. Okay. Now this is the average thickness of this mantle layer, and the temperature of this layer in ranges between 900 degrees centigrade. Temperature is the 900 degrees centigrade to is the 2,200 degrees centigrade. Okay. This one is the 900 degrees centigrade to 2,200 degrees centigrade. That is the temperature in the mantle layer. Now here the temperature is quite high on the hot rock or magma is present in this layer. That here this in this layer that one hot rock or the magma that is present, and from where when the volcanic eruption is occurred, the magmas have been come out that we can able to see. So this magma is present in this mantle layer. That is why it's one of the reason also this layer their temperature is very high. So if the question will come, why the mantle layer they have the temperature is almost 2,200 degrees centigrade? Because in this mantle layer that those are the magma layer is being present. So for that reason their temperature is very high on this in this layer. And one of the important thing is that in this layer another layer is located between the upper mantle portion. Then what is the name of this layer? That is called the asthenosphere. What is the name? Asthenosphere. So asthenosphere is a soft layer of the earth's surface that is located under the lithosphere. What I'm telling, asthenosphere is the soft layer of the earth's surface that is located below or under the lithosphere. So you have to understand that this portion that is the asthenosphere is being located. So asthenosphere is located below the lithosphere portion, and these are the pressure of overlaying layers keep the lower part of the crust and the upper part of the mantle it's almost in the solid state. And this upper part that is those are the overlaying pressure for this high pressure, that the lower part and the lower part of the crust lower part and the upper part of the mantle that is almost in solid in state. Now the cracks it appear in the crust and pressure release that the molten rocks, means when the cracks it occur in volcanic eruption or for the plate movement. Here in this asthenosphere layer, those are the plate tectonics movement. You know about the plate tectonic movements. So when all the large plates they have to floating on this portion. That time while they have to clash with each other, that time the crack is occurred. And due to this crack, that all the magmas it start to come out and it goes upwards. And when it goes upwards, when due to the volcanoes, that when the volcanic eruption it will occur. So this is the one of the reason that when this astrosphere layer is a very important layer. You know why it's important layer? Because all the plates, those are the plates that is located in the inside the Earth's surface, that all the plates are floating over the astrosphere layer. And while there are movements, it's not always in the same direction. That sometimes their plate movements are very close with each other, sometimes they goes very far from each other, and sometimes they goes parallelly also. So what is the plate tectonic movement? So due to this movement of the plate, that whenever that they come close together due to the clashing, if the crack is occur in the Earth's surface, that time by through this crack from the volcano onwards, this magma and start to erupt, and this occurred and known by the name of volcanic eruption. So from this mantle layer only, these all the things it will happen. So these are the different characteristics of this mantle layer. So you have to understand it. This is one of the very important features or the important characteristics for this layer. Now the next is the core. The core is the below of mantle and around the center of the earth. Where is it located? The below. It's the below of mantle. This portion is known as this center portion is known as the earth core, and this also known as the biosphere. What is the another name? The another name of the core is biosphere, and this is the innermost portion of the earth's surface. And this boundary, that is the boundary between the mantle and core, this boundary is known as the, already discussed it about the Gutenberg discontinuity. That this boundary is known as the Gutenberg discontinuity. Okay, so this one is known as the Gutenberg discontinuity. This discontinuity discovered by the Benno Gutenberg. According to his name, this discontinuity name is given Gutenberg discontinuity. Now here, the core is sometimes divided into the inner and outer core. That the core is divided into two parts, inner core and outer core. Now the average diameter of the core is the 6,950 km. What is the average diameter of the core is here? That is the 6,950 km. 6,950 km. This one is the average diameter of the core. And also here the outer core, that is about the 2,000. The inner core. This one is the inner core one, and the outer core, their diameter is the 2,275 km. That is the diameter of the outer core. Now here this core is here, it made of by the nickel and iron. That's why it's also known as the name of knife. That is made by the nickel and iron. That's why it's known by the knife. And the average density of this core is the 5.0 gram per cubic meter. And the temperature of the outer core is the outer core, that the core is divided into two parts, the outer and inner core. The outer core temperature is almost, that is the 2200 degree centigrade, and the inner core temperature is the 2200 degree centigrade of the outer core temperature, and the inner core temperature is the 5000 degree centigrade. And also in the outer layer always they are present in the molten state, but the inner layer always present in the solid state. And the presence of heavy metal, it can the magnetism, dark magnetism it occur because it made up by the core portion and inner core portion made up by the nickel and iron. That is why dark magnetism is occurred in this layer. Okay, so I hope you have to understand it. It's very important. All the characteristics and features you have to learn it properly. So today up to here. Next class we discuss it more.